will kick things off. This is one of the fastest growing Paralympic sports in terms of participation anywhere on the globe. It's now practiced by more than 100 countries. It is considered the ultimate test of upper body strength, in which these athletes right here could lift upwards of 3 times their body weight. There are 4 new Paralympians. There is a bronze from Tokyo in the French legend Souhad Ghazouani, who is at her 6th Paralympic Games. There's the gold medalist Tan Yujiao, and there is Lucy Ejike, her 7th Paralympic Games, and moving up to this weight division, already being a world record holder, well, once upon a time, in the weight category below. There is a visible increase in red, white and blue here in the Porte de la Chapelle Arena, because arguably the greatest para-powerlifter to ever do it in Souhad Ghazouani is going to be taking to the stage once again. Well, there are the records that are there to be broken. Tan Yujiao, who is competing today, has the Paralympic record dating back to 2016, but as you can see, her recent form betters even that. She is the world record holder, and if there's one thing that we've learned about our time in the Porte de la Chapelle Arena, across all sports, men, women and disciplines, that records should be shaking in their boots. Our referees represented by Malaysia, Greece and chiefly Italy, with Chiara Cifarelli, the chief referee, who'll be stationed at the head of the bench, and the left and right referees. You can see right there, positioned to the side, all taking in various angles so that they can be the best judges as to what is a good and what is an O-lift. Now time for one of the great sights and sounds of both the Olympics and the Paralympics at Paris 2024, the coup de baton, which calls attention to the performance to come, derived from the great theatre days of the French capital, Paris. Three strikes of the baton from bronze European junior champion Julien Avon-Mboume sets the tone and calls the audience to roar, for the para-powerlifting is about to commence. My name is Joe Burns, and alongside me for this is Pete Selby.
Our first athlete is about to make their entrance onto the stage. Get set for some powerlifting in this session, in this weight category. The women's up to 67 kilogram. I suggest later in the competition we could be setting some records, but for now, our first athlete makes their way to the stage. Kim Hyeong, Republic of Korea, is on stage. 80 kilograms is on the bar. 3 referees are in position to the left, to the right, and the chief referee behind the head of the athlete, who has those 2 minutes once the name has been announced, and they can use that 2 minutes in however which way and form they like, as long as they are ready to lift and start the lift inside that 2 minutes. Get settled, sight themselves up, maybe a bit of calm, get in the right position, and then all of a sudden explosive power. waiting for at least 2 of 3 white lights. There we go. There's the 3 white lights. So it is a good lift. We only need 2 of the 3 referees to say it's a good lift. And if one of the referees, or maybe more, say it is a no lift, there will be a reason, whether it's to do with the press, or with the stop sequence, and we'll explain those as we go through the competition. But 5th place in Tokyo for Kim Kyung-hui, who's underway with a good lift here in Paris. All looked rather easy. The 50-year-old lifted 111 in Tokyo. Starts with 80 here.
Kasthuri Rajamani of India is taking to the stage and this bench for the first time in her Paralympic career. 40 years old, she has finished 5th at the Asia Para Games in recent years and 10th at the World Championships in Dubai in 2023. Does her lifting at the Tamil Nadu Club back in India. And here, taking to the bench for her first attempt. 106 kilos on the bar for Kasthuri Rajamani. That was a lift that felt controlled, but the referees unhappy with the press sequence on that attempt. 2 of the referees, the chief and the right side referee, pressing the red light button. So Kasthuri Rajamani will have to wait for her first good lift of Paris 2024. But certainly a foundation with which to improve. It's been a journey of progress throughout her career, from those Asian Para Games to the World Champs and now here at the Paralympics. No lift this time, but more to come.
Volume turns up. Souhad Ghazouani of France. 42 years old now. A whole wealth of experience and also medals as well. Former Paralympic champion from London, 2 times silver and 2 times bronze medalist. 2 times world champion as well. An illustrious career. Huge anticipation in the Porte de la Chapelle arena for Souhad. 125 kilograms is on the bar in round 1. Listen to the roar of support for Souhad. There's the roar, and that is why 3 white lights and a good lift for Souhad Ghazouani. The majority of the crowd have come to see and cheer on to a possible another medal. Well, that's a fantastic start to her competition. The French icon is underway in Paris with 125 kilograms in round 1. More will be attempted. More roars as we go through the competition, but for now, Souhad Ghazouani He's sitting at the top of the leaderboard at this early stage, and it was all very measured, controlled, and then the press and the power came into play.
Here comes Kudratoy, Toshpulatova of Uzbekistan, 28 years old, and just one of a host of incredibly impressive lifters hailing from Uzbekistan. They have a number of competitors in this Paris 2024 powerlifting. A lot of P's in this sport. She comes here with this being her first ever powerlifting Paralympics. She's not been in the sport as long as many others. Took it up first in 2018, but is a committed trainer. 14 hours a week she puts in to hone her craft and to prime her muscles. Her debut lift at a Paralympic Games. Strapped in by her coach, who will assist her with the initial lift off the rack.
Stop!
Get there!
Kudratoy, Toshpulatova makes it a good lift on her first ever Paralympic efforts. 2 white lights from the referees. Just the chief referee taking issue with the stop part of the sequence. That's signified, I'm not sure if you caught it, an orange light on the board as she went past. There are 3 elements to the sequence. They've got their eyes on the down sequence, the stop there where it needs to touch the chest and be stationary, and then the press with the full arm extension.
Entering the arena, Maria de Castro of Brazil. 30 years old, Paralympic debut. 5th in the World Championships last year, that was in Dubai. It was also the team event and a very strong Brazilian team. Finished in 2nd with a silver medal, part of that team. There's Maria. Has been lifting for only 5 years. Trains for 3 hours a day. And De Castro in round 1 has 126 kilograms on the bar. Minute to go for De Castro. Round 1.
Stop!
Excellent lift from De Castro. 3 wide lights and a perfect start. Well, De Castro lifted 127 in a recent World Cup event. That was in Tbilisi in June. So 126 is a mighty weight for round 1, but this is the Paralympic Games. And that's a tremendous start in a competition that looks to be very, very fierce for the medals. I know we're talking about round 1 already, but that's an excellent start for De Castro.
Bertha Fernandez Arango of Colombia is the next to take to the bench. Fierce certainly is the word when describing this competition. Already we've had a lift of 125, 126 and another at 126. the same weights that this Colombian will attempt. Scored a bronze in Dubai at the World Championships in 2023 with a 1:29, so this is eminently within her grasp and her power reserves.
Let's go. Stop.
There is something so pleasing about seeing a well-pressed bar with extraordinary amounts of weight upon it. There's nothing quite like the sight of 3 white lights after a big lift. For Bertha, Fernandez Arango, 1:26 mastered. She is in bronze position, with those in gold and silver having lifted precisely the same weight, but by virtue of them going first, they pipped the Colombian for the time being.
Fatma, Elyan, from a country who provide plenty of not only para-powerlifters, but champion para-powerlifters. And the 24-year-old Fatima Elyan has already got plenty of experience in major championships. He's in with a chance of adding her name to that roll call of honor from Egypt. From Cairo, 4th in the Paralympic Games in Tokyo, lifted 127 in the lower weight category. Silver in the World Championships last year. Sharif Osman, the great Sharif, is one of her heroes, as he is with pretty much every lifter from Egypt. So the world silver medalist, first lift here in Paris, 130 kilograms on the bar.
Yep. Stop.
And 3 white lights for Fatma Elyan. What a great start to her competition. 130 kilograms in what promises to be not only a talented competition, but fairly wide open as well. Best way to start is not only with a good lift, but with 3 white lights. And Fatma Elyan, that lift of 130 will certainly get the attention of every para-powerlifter in this category. The world silver medalist is underway with a great start in Paris 2024.
The great Ejike of Nigeria is next to the bench, 46 years old, and taking to the stage for her 7th Paralympic Games. She hails from Enugu in Nigeria, which is loosely translated as the hilltop. Well, she has been to the summit of para-powerlifting at a Paralympic level on 3 separate occasions. Gold at Athens, gold in Beijing, and gold 2 in Rio. She's moved through the weight classes along her career. And for the first time, at up to 67 kilos, we see her in a Paralympics. But the omens from World Championships are good, because in 2021, in the same class, she scored gold in Tbilisi. This is a big weight for a woman who's held records, claimed golds. And here in Paris has accomplished a good lift with her first attempt in her new weight class. 2 white lights for the great Lucy Ejike. Nigerian para-powerlifting as a whole in a wonderful place with so many exciting athletes from across a spectrum of ages and weight classes. And Lucy Ejike joyously leading from the front, as she has done for much of her career.
That's loaded.
Final lift of round 1 will go to Tan Yujiao of the People's Republic of China. 33 years old, which is quite remarkable with what she has achieved in the sport. 2-time defending Paralympic champion from Rio, from Tokyo, looking to make it 3 here in successive Paralympic Games. 4-time world champion, Asian Para Games champion in a category littered with stars. Classification is up to 67 for the women, with plenty of medals, but that's all in the past. But we're talking about the here and now. Paris 2024. Huge roar from the defending 2-time champion. 134 in round 1 to take an early lead.
Stop!
3 white lights for the defending champion, and Tan Yujiao, the champ, has arrived in Paris. That's the way to start the defense of your Paralympic title. 134 lifted. She's lifted more than that recently as well in the World Cup event in Tbilisi in June. Lifted 137. She'll look to go beyond that mark. The world record holder, Paralympic record holder, he's right at the top of the tree once again after round 1. 3 white lights for Tan.
Yes, yes, it's okay. The red one, yes, perfect.
So that's how the leaderboard is shaping up. Look how tight it is at the top, all the way down the table through a number of mini battles. And in the Republic of Korea, we have Hyeong, who was 5th in Tokyo, righting the wrongs of a difficult time in Rio, where she wasn't able to register a good lift, and having got herself into the groove with an 80-kilo attempt, she now throws an additional 10 kilos on the bar and will attempt 90 kilos. She's been at the forefront of the sport for some time now in Korea, having made her debut in 2008, 16 years ago. She has been competing at the top and also acting as a beacon for those following after her in terms of the next generation of Korean female para-powerlifters. And they can learn an awful lot from faultless technique like that. 3 white lights, it doesn't get any better than that. Very controlled in the down sequence. And drawing a bit of energy as well for the young audience who've come to enjoy the para-powerlifting here in Paris. At the Porte de la Chapelle, as far as Kim Hyeong is concerned, is 2 lifts attempted, 2 good lifts completed.
Kasthuri Rajamani of India, 40-year-old, next on stage in round 2 of the para-powerlifting women's up to 67 kilogram classification. 10th in the World Championships last year. Lifting 101, well, we're up to 106 here. Paralympic debut. Introduced to the sport by a friend of hers who was a parachuter. Next thing she knows, she's entering a competition, and she won that competition. Here she is, Paris 2024, representing India as a 40-year-old. 106 kilograms, round 2. Rajamani.
Stop!
No matter about the pause on the way up, the lock of the elbows look to be good, and it is a good lift. The stop sequence wasn't liked by the left referee, but that doesn't matter. Got the 2 white lights and has corrected the wrongs of round 1 and has lifted 106 kilograms. She'll be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief after that, remaining in 8th place. Kasthuri Rajamani, and now can celebrate. 1 more lift to come, but 106 has been lifted at the Paralympic Games. On to the chest. That was a stop sequence, and then on the press, kept on going, and it's all about locking those elbows at the same time. Slightly higher on the left-hand side, but when it came to locking out, it was synchronized perfectly.
Souhad Ghazouani returns to an arena with elevated decibels. I mean, she has won so much in the sport, but she's also been richly decorated in French society, including the French Legion of Honor. She has ventured into politics as well to try and exert her influence there. But this is where she truly belongs. This is where she feels almost at one with the apparatus. She's spoken about this being more than a passion, that para-powerlifting is part of her and her life. And here, she goes for a second successful attempt at 129.
Stop!
Wow, everybody in the arena likes what they saw, particularly those in blue, particularly those with tricolores in their hands. However, all three of the judges disapprove on the stop sequence. But it is being challenged. It was challenged immediately by the French coaching team. So this will go to a jury of 3. And they must all agree. And the question is, was the bar stationary? The answer is no. Not motionless on the chest for long enough. There is just a little wry smile and a murmur of disquiet in a slightly partisan Porte de la Chapelle. The bar must make contact with the chest and then be motionless. It can't sink into the chest. But it must be there in contact long enough. And, well, did the eyes give it away there from the French greats? Should be back for lift 3.
Kudratoy, Toshpulatova of Uzbekistan marches to the bench. 28 years old, lifted 126 in round 1. 131 attempted here. In terms of her major championship career, well, this is Paralympic debut, but elsewhere, Asian Para Games silver. It's a very strong competition in that particular championships, and lifted 116. So this is a huge increase on what she has lifted before getting major championships. Been lifting for 6 years. He's attempting 131 in round 2. This would momentarily lift Toshpulatova into the bronze medal position. Looks very focused indeed.
Start!
Now it's a no lift, and we have 2 of the 3 referees for the push sequence, and also the stop as well. So a fair few reasons as to why that was a no lift. And they have challenged this, so a lift challenge has been submitted from Kudratoy Toshpulatova, at least her coaches. Again, there's an awful lot to overturn here because 2 of the 3 referees gave problems with the press and the stop. And 1 with just the stop sequence. So again, there's a lot to overturn. It's unsuccessful. So no lift will be the decision, and as so often in para-powerlifting, it is accepted in grace.
Everything good?
No real stop, and maybe just the right arm in front of the left when it came to the lockouts.
Brazil's Maria de Fatima Costa de Castro was successful with her opening lift. 126 kilos, along with a trio of them. Including Uzbekistan's Toshpulatova. Immense focus called upon here for a lift of 131. A lift that, as the leaderboard stands, would jump her up into 3rd position, into the bronze medal berth.
Stop!
The going was tough, but she battled through, and the reward was on the other side of the press. Maria de Fatima Costa de Castro
Track 11.
with a wonderful demonstration of determination and consistent power that endured through the press.
Thank you. Bar is loaded.
Clear stop. And when she wavered, she found strength. She moves into the bronze medal position.
Bertha, Fernandez and Arango of Colombia, 131 in round 2. Successfully lifted 126 in round 1. 26-year-old bronze medalist from the World Championships last year. Pan American Game champion of last year in Santiago. Been lifting internationally for Colombia for a decade now. Strapped in by Fernandez, her coach. Jefferson Pereira there as well.
Stop!
Completing her lift. And a good lift. Well, that took an awful lot of efforts. The press continued slowly, and slowly the bar raised. And we're all waiting for the elbow lockout. And when it came together. And 2 of the 3 referees said, good lift. Very emotional, Fernandez and Arango going back to think about what weight to lift in round 3. It's when the tactics will come in. It'll be a real scrap for the medals.
Bar loaded.
And Fernandez and Arango will be right in there in the battle.
Egyptian Fatma Elyan has a successful opening lift of 130 kilos to her name. Now the complexion of the leaderboard has changed somewhat since she got that lift under her belt. Pressure being applied from all angles, with now 131 the weight that will take her to bronze. 132 is the silver medal position. She has 134, which would match the opening lift of the leader Tan Yujiao. She's 24 years old. What a bright future ahead for a woman who is not on her Paralympic debut. She's here for the 2nd time already in her callow career.
Stop!
Hydraulic in nature. There wasn't a stutter. And she rises from the bench with a degree of surprise, joy, but I think all who were able to watch and enjoy that lift from Fatma Elyan, there wasn't a jot of surprise. A fine, fine lift, and a lift that takes her to 2nd position. She's in the silver medal spot after 2 lifts.
legendary Lucy Ejike of Nigeria, three-time former Paralympic champion in various weight categories, 44, 48 at the time, and then 61, Athens, Beijing, and then Rio. Silver medals aplenty as well, world champion on 3 occasions. But this is the here and now in Paris. And the 46-year-old is still right at the top of weight classifications. The women's up to 67. Round 2. This is 137, 132 lifted in round 1. Goes to the top of the tree. One more lifter to come in round 2. Ejike. It's been lifted now for 24 years. All the experience in the world.
Stop!
That's 137 kilograms, but it's a no lift. We've got a press sequence from 2, and also the stop sequence from the left referee. Well, a little bit of a puzzled look on Lucy's face. You wonder whether they're going to appeal here to the jury.
138, track 9.
Find out shortly. So it was a press sequence again by the chief referee behind the head of the athlete and to the right, and a stop sequence from the left. Ejike has been around the powerlifting world for so long. She knows exactly whether to appeal or not. So the stop was 1, and then the press again from 2 others. Well, a lift challenge has been submitted. It took a while to be submitted. So a challenge has been lodged by Lucy Ejike's team, and the jury, their decision on the matter will either turn over the decision or uphold the decision, and they're going to uphold the no lift. So the challenge has been rejected. Looking for the press. Just the left arm ahead of the right.
Tan Yujiao is heading out, the gold medalist, back-to-back Rio and Tokyo, looking for a 3rd consecutive gold in the up to 67 kilo category. And her medals and her lifts, they tell a trajectory of progress as well. 134 successfully lifted in the first attempt. She claimed gold with 133 in Tokyo. And here on the bar, it's the 138, which is a half of a kilo off her own Paralympic record. Now, that dates it, because you can only go up in solid kilo increments now. You can't go up in halves. So any record with a half means it's been around for a long, long time. Success here means Tan Yujiao will be within a shade of her own Paralympic record, but most importantly, she will reassert her position as the woman to outlift here in Paris.
Stop!
That looked very good. Very, very good indeed. That's exciting. That paints a picture of more weight to come, bigger lifts, bigger moments, and dare I say it, records to tumble.
track 12. 95, track 12.
Clear stop. And then the press. Faultless.
The bar is loaded, go after the drive.
I'm not the only one clapping. All of us were here in the arena. Yujiao is leading out with that lift of 138. Fatma, Elyan in silver. Lucy Ejike bumped to bronze for the time being.
Hyeong will be on the bench shortly for her third round lift. It's been a perfect competition. 80, 90, and now 95 on the bar. Fifth in Tokyo. Lifting for Republic of Korea now for over 15 years. Made her debut only a year after taking up the sport. With a fast rise for Kim Young-hao, but now at the age of 50, in her third Paralympic Games, round 3, with 95 kilograms on the bar. It looked good, and it is a good lift. Left and right referee saying it's good. And the initial celebration brings out the emotion for the 50-year-old Kim Young-hao. And she's warmly greeted by the Porte de la Chapelle Arena crowd. A perfect competition, 80, 90 and 95. And you'd imagine that Kim Young-ki would have planned that. That would have been the idea from the offset. Those weights. And she's brought her A game here to Paris. "50 years old, you wonder whether it might be the last time in Paralympics that Kim Young-hao represents Republic of Korea. It's been a fabulous career and an excellent competition. 3 from 3.
Last lift of the competition for Kasthuri Rajamani of India. She is secure in 8th. 7th is a reach beyond her lifting capacity. However, for a woman at her first Paralympic Games, she would oh so love to round off her time in Paris with another good lift. 106 kilos was good at the second time of asking. And she completes a lift of 110 kilos in her third and final attempt. Mixed emotions are emitting from all areas of the arena. And I think within herself, Kasthuri Rajamani knew all along as well. The stop sequence was the issue there. Not sure if the bar went all the way down to her chest there. Which is a demand of that part of the sequence, demand of the whole lifting sequence, in fact. Kisses to the crowd. 106 will be her best lift. Not a compelling enough contact and length of hold.
Final round lift for Kudratoy Toshpulatova of Uzbekistan, a country with a rich history in powerlifting. Sports where explosive power is needed. Throwing events would be another. Here we are lifting huge weights from the bench. 133 is on the bar. Now, 133 would, at the moment, move Toshpulatova up into third position, into the bronze medal position, currently from 6th. And by getting a weight in round 3, others could maybe just push that bit higher, maybe too high. And the tactics really come in. What weight shall I go for? So to move temporarily, possibly into third place, Toshpulatova on her Paralympic debut in round 3. Locking out the arms. No lift though. Not too sure whether they were both exactly at the same time. There was a dip on the left side. It caught up, but I'm not too sure whether it was exactly in line with the right when it came to the elbow lockout. Doesn't have to be level, the bar on the way up. And a motion from Toshpulatova. She will remain in 6th place. It's not the way she wanted to finish her Paralympics debut. Just the right side ahead of the left.
Souhad Ghazouani draws the roars from the Porte la Chapelle Arena. The most decorated woman in French para-powerlifting. She fell short on her second attempt of 129 kilos, but she knows quite simply now that should she master the 133 that are due to hover above her head momentarily, that she will climb all the way to bronze. There are a number of lifters to go after her, but this would be a wonderful moment if the French great could press 133.
Stop!
Well, for a moment, everybody believed. However, while the belief grew, the power waned. But certainly not the enjoyment of lifting at a home games for a woman who is here at her 6th, a woman who has blazed a trail for all French para-powerlifters to follow, both male and female. A titan of the sport. Just was not to be. The left side tried to drag the right and vice versa, but the chief referee seeing enough and calling the rack, and calling time on Souhad Ghazouani's Paralympic performance in Paris.
bar is loaded.
Maria de Castro of Brazil, 131 in round 2, 135 being attempted here. This will move de Castro into the silver medal position. 4 lifters still to go. She steadies herself. 46-year-old, first Paralympic Games. Bronze medalist from the Worlds last year. Pan American champion. With an attempt to move into the silver medal position in round 3.
Stop!
Wasted no time. The crowd like it. She likes it, and the refs like it as well. The referees 2 out of 3 white lights, and it's a good lift for Maria de Castro. And that moves de Castro into the medal places, into 3rd. There's still lifters to come, but that will now put pressure on them. They might be going a lot higher than 133, but they have to perform now because de Castro has moved into the bronze. Wasted no time, and then the power kicked in. Coach liked it. Everybody liked it.
The weights on the bar are hurriedly adjusted because Bertha Fernandez Arango has now been forced to try and shift 134 in a bid to surpass the effort of Maria de Fatima Costa de Castro. I'm not sure that the competitors will be enjoying it quite so much, but everyone is loving this in the Porte de la Chapelle Arena. The amount of jeopardy, the amount of big lifts, the amount of snakes and ladder movements on the leaderboard are keeping everybody gripped here on the Colombian, who is yet to fail in any of her attempts. 126, 131, and now a 134 that promises a bronze berth for the time being in this final round beckons. It's her first ever Paralympic Games. Fernandez Arango, she craves a medal. She could put herself into contention with one with this lift here.
Stop!
For a moment, it looked like Fernandez Arango had it, but the bar began to list. And the Pan American champion bows out. She bows out with her head held high. And she does so in 5th position. All those watching on at home from Cundinamarca Club, where she trains, will be looking on with immense pride for a performance that so nearly edged her onto the podium.
Well now, Lucy Ejike is in 4th place. And to try and move past 3rd, past the silver medal, and into the gold medal position, this is a Paralympic record attempt, 139 kilograms. This is what it will take to move to the top of the leaderboard, a Paralympic record. But of course, in doing so, she's chosen to lift heavier than she attempted and failed in round 2. So by attempting this Paralympic record to try and win gold, she's putting at risk a chance of silver and bronze because she's currently in 4th place. That's how tight the women's up to 67 classification is here in Paris. Paralympic record attempt from the great Lucy Ejike. Record has stood since Rio.
Stop!
Told to rack by the chief referee. The bar was swaying to the left and then back to the right. So nearly for Lucy Ejike. A Paralympic record attempt in round 3 is a no lift, and it means that Lucy will remain in 4th place and out of the medals here in Paris. An amazing career. 3-time Paralympic champion waves to the crowd. But she will not be adding to her medal collection here in Paris. It takes a champion to know and to risk it all for gold. And that's what she did. Failing in her attempt of a Paralympic record, and will be a 4th place finish for the great Lucy Ejike.
So, to the silver medalists. Guaranteed silver, but is there more for Fatma Elyan, who herself is now attempting the Paralympic record. The Paralympic record held by Tan Yujiao, who is ahead of her as we speak, with a lift of 138. Tan Yujiao will still come, but Fatma Elyan can take the gold medal position, and she can claim the Paralympic record with a successful lift here. History beckons for the 24-year-old Egyptian. Oh my goodness. We witness history. Fatma Elyan, the Egyptian who originally hails from Giza, home of the Great Pyramids, has hit the pinnacle of Paralympic powerlifting. A new Paralympic record, 139 kilos. The gold medal position for now, and just one lift away, one competitor away from finding out her medal destiny. She's done all she can in these 3 lifts. A 4th power lift may come. And you wouldn't bet against the Egyptian lifting more. ultimate control and ecstasy alongside.
Well, the calmest person in the Porte de la Chapelle arena looks to be Yujiao of the People's Republic of China, the world record holder and the two-time reigning Paralympic champion, finds herself in round 3 with 1 lift to go in the silver medal position. She's attempting 1 kilogram more than Fatma Elyan. 140 kilograms. This will be just 1 kilogram shy of the world record. It will be a new Paralympic record for the 33-year-old two-time Paralympic champion to move back into the gold medal position. She's going to have to break the new Paralympic record. 140 kilograms in round 3.
Stop!
Well, a roar of approval from the crowd and 3 white lights. We've got a new Paralympic record. She's broken the Paralympic record, which has been held for all of 2.5 minutes. And the defending champion says, I'm going nowhere. 140 kilograms. That's a new Paralympic record for the two-time champion, Yujiao. Now we are waiting to see if there is going to be any more lifts in the competition. Power lifts are available for Yujiao, Fatma Elyan, also the Castro. It's a very intriguing addition.
1, 4, 2.
Round 3 has been completed. Yujiao sits in the gold medal position. Fatma Elyan of Egypt in silver, and Maria de Castro in bronze.
It's the same athlete.
3 minutes have been added to the clock. That signifies there will be another lift. An extra minute has been added on, and it will be 142 kilograms on the bar for a power lift from Yujiao.
Well, the hive of activity at the bar was an indication that more weight was hurriedly being added to that already bulging bar. Maria de Fatima Costa de Castro and Fatma Elyan have declined the power lift. They are content in bronze and silver respectively. But Yujiao's appetite for history appears insatiable this evening. A gold is secured, not just any gold, a 3rd consecutive one. The three-peat completes. A Paralympic record recaptured, having lost it in the last round to the silver medalist Fatma Elyan. Now, with 142 kilos racked, Yujiao will attempt to break her own world record. Calm descends upon the Paralympic champion. And I think that she may be the only calm heads in the whole entire arena.
Remove the straps, please. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
She's using all the time available. You're permitted an additional minute when you go for a power lift if you've been the last competitor to lift, to give you just that additional 60 seconds recovery. The war cry sounds. Tan Yujiao will go to battle with the bar once again for a new world record.
Start!
Tan Yujiao has another record, a new world record. She beats her own that has stood since 2023. Tan Yujiao, the Paris 2024 gold medalist and an extender of her own world record. She is the queen of the history books in the up to 67 kilo class. And she is the gold medalist at Paris 2024. And I think she's got more in her, but unfortunately, you're only allowed one power lift. Such command of all elements of the sequence, all stages, the stop and the press that never quavered. She knew the second her elbows had locked out. And I think we all did. We waited out of courtesy to the referees, but 3 white lights and a new world record. An incredible competition. We have been spoilt here at the Porte de la Chapelle Arena. So many twists and turns, but the eventual leaderboard sees bronze for Maria de Fatima Costa de Castro, a wonderful silver for Egypt's Fatma Elyan, who broke the Paralympic record en route. But China's Tan Yujiao not only broke the Paralympic record, she broke her own world record, and she claims glorious gold at the Powerlifting at Paris 2024.
messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs de l'épreuve de Powerlifting féminine, moins de 67 kilos.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for Powerlifting women's up to 67 kilo category.
The victory ceremony for the women's up to 67 kilogram category here at Paris 2024. And what a thrilling category it was, with records being broken left, right and in the centre, with not only a Paralympic record but a new world record in taking gold.
The medals will be presented by
Jorge Moreno, responsable de la World Para Powerlifting.
Jorge Moreno, the head of World Powerlifting, awarding the medals.
Madame Dominique Hervieux, directrice de la culture des Jeux
Olympiques. By the director of culture here at Paris 2024, Dominique Hervieux.
Paralympic Games of Paris 2024.
Médaillé de bronze représentant le Brésil.
Bronze medalist representing Brazil, Maria de Castro.
Maria de Castro from Brazil, her first Paralympic Games and a bronze medal winner in a fiercely competitive category, the women's up to 67. And there were many athletes in the final round in with a chance of a bronze. But it was Maria de Castro who held her nerve and also showed extreme strength to lift 133 to cap off a perfect competition, and is rewarded with a Paralympic bronze medal.
Médaillé d'argent représentant l'Égypte.
Silver medalist representing Egypt, Fatma, Elyan.
A very emotional Fatma Elyan, just 24 years old, from Egypt, a country with a very, very rich history in powerlifting, was fourth in Tokyo and now a silver medal, and with plenty more Paralympic Games to come. She broke the Paralympic record in winning silver. That's what it took to win a silver medal in this category. And I'm sure Fatma Elyan will win plenty more medals in games to come.
Médaillé d'or, votre championne paralympique pour la Chine.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing People's Republic of China, Tan Uzbekistan.
The great Tan Uzbekistan is the Paralympic champion for the third time. Gold medal winner in Rio, gold in Tokyo, and it's gold in Paris. The competition was fierce, so fierce that Tan had to break her own Paralympic record that was broken only minutes before her final round lift. And then she went further and she broke her own world record with the power lift. For the third time, Tan Yujiao is Paralympic champion.
Si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne national de la Chine.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able for the anthem of People's Republic of China.
A smile from Tan Yujiao that we've witnessed gold medal on now 3 consecutive occasions in Paralympic Games. Maria de Castro of Brazil, a fabulous bronze medal. Fatma Elyan, a Paralympic record breaker, and a silver medal, and a world record for the now 3 times champion Tan Yujiao of the People's Republic of China.